Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Sassy, and today I'll be showing you how to beat the Easter egg, how to pack punch, how to get Perk-a-holic, and much more in the Black Ops 3 custom zombies map Bagbois Boo-dega. First thing you may want to do is turn on power. Power is found in the shed at the back of the house. To complete the Easter egg and escape, you'll first need to do the tasks on the whiteboard. First thing you'll need is a lighter, which you can get in the man cave located in the house at the end of the hallway. There are 3 tasks that you'll need to do: collect candy, light the pumpkins, and refill the fog machines. You can do each of these simultaneously and in any order. To collect candy, you'll first need to smoke the pumpkin bong, which will cost you 500 points. The pumpkin is located on the back deck by the carport. You'll have a short amount of time to collect candy and place them in the bowl in the living room. I have seen the candy in the closet by the front door, in the kitchen, either on the counter next to the fridge, by the dishwasher, on the counter by the sink, or on the washing machine. I've seen it on the chair in the dining room area, in the hall bathroom, on the bathroom counter, and on the tub, in the red bedroom, either on the desk with the Ouija board and on the table by the closet, next to the red pumpkin on the front porch, and on the railing on the back porch. Also, if you don't place the candy down before the time is up, you'll lose it. You'll need to collect 3 candies, and you'll only be able to hold 1 candy at a time. Once you fill the candy bowl, place it on the table outside by the purple pumpkin. For the pumpkins, you'll need to light them in the order that is on the string lights in the hallway. There are only 3 different combinations, and I'll put them up on the screen if you're interested. If a pumpkin is correct, it will stay lit. If not, it'll flash red and you'll need to start over. The pumpkins are located in the following locations. The purple pumpkin is found right outside the door by the washing machine. The red pumpkin is found on the front porch. The orange pumpkin is on top of the grill. The blue pumpkin is in the front yard by the 2 graves. The cyan pumpkin is found on the back deck. The yellow pumpkin is in the shed with power. And the green pumpkin is in the man cave. Light the pumpkins in the correct order and you'll hear this sound. To fill the fog machines, pick up the fog fluid from the master bathroom. Then use it to fill the 3 fog machines outside. 1 is against the house across from the shed with power. 1 is across from the pack-a-punch tomb. And 1 is in the front yard behind the ritual area. Once you've completed all 3 tasks, walk close to the purple barrier blocking the driveway. It'll disappear and a short cutscene will play. You'll now need to achieve Mischief level 4 by destroying pumpkins, hitting mailboxes, taking candy, and cutting the power. You can do all of these at the same time. There are 10 pumpkins that you'll need to destroy, and you can either shoot or knife them. There are 2 at the house with the wind staff. 1 is at the front door, and 1 is on the roof. 1 is at the door with the red light across from the ice staff. There is 1 in each of the windows of that same building. 1 is on the porch of the house with the ice staff. There are 2 at the house with the fire staff, at the top of the stairs, and to the left of the stairs. And there are 2 in front of the house with the lightning staff, 1 at the bottom of the stairs, and 1 by the front door. There are 6 mailboxes you'll need to hit. They are located in front of each of these houses. The house with the wind staff, in front of the house with the ice staff, 1 for each of the homes across from the ice staff, in front of the house with the fire staff, and in front of the house with the lightning staff. There are 5 bowls of candy to steal. 1 is on the porch of the house with the wind staff, 1 is on the table of the house with the ice staff, 1 is on the table between the 2 doors across from the ice staff house, 1 is on the table at the fire staff house, and 1 is at the lightning staff house. And to cut power, first grab the wire cutters from the back of the car across from the fire staff, and then interact with the power panel on the side of that house to cut power. Doing so will open up the garage. Once you've reached level 4 Mischief, pick up the haunted key from inside the garage. Use the key to open up the gate of the haunted house. Pick up the saw from the tree stump on the left and use it to cut the boards blocking the front door. Walk through and you'll fall through the floor to the basement. Ghost witches will now start spawning in. You're now going to need to get to the attic to obtain the pumpkin head. To do so, you'll first need to pull the 3 books to open up the secret room. There are 2 books in the main room, a red and a blue one, and there is a green one inside of the room to the left of the fireplace. To get inside, you can mantle on up through the hole in the wall. You'll need to pull the books in a particular order, and that order is different every game. Pull the incorrect book and you'll need to start over. Once you pull all 3 books in the correct order, the cabinet in the hall will move, revealing the secret room. Open up the drawer of the desk inside and grab the key. Then use the key on the door to the right of the fireplace to open up the stairs to the 2nd floor. Head up the stairs and interact with the panel next to the paintings. This will unlock the 4 dials around the map. You'll need to use the code from the secret room and turn the dials under the paintings so that they are numbered in the order that they appear by the panel. You'll want the correct symbol to be closest to the painting. So the first floor paintings, it will need to be pointed up, and the upstairs rooms will need to be down. The second floor is upside down, so the order is from right to left. Painting 1 is found in the stairway leading to the basement. You'll only need to turn this dial 1 time. Painting 2 is found on the second floor in the room to the left of the ladder. Turn this one 2 times. Painting 3 is on the second floor in the back left room. You'll need to turn this dial 3 times. And painting 4 is on the first floor next to the piano. You don't need to touch this one. Once you have the correct order, interact with the panel next to the paintings again to confirm the order. This will open up the attic. Head up the ladder and choose the head for the boss difficulty. You will now need to build the boss at the front of the house. While playing, you may have noticed skeleton parts. These are for the boss, and you can pick them up at any time. There are 6 body parts. The head you should have just picked up. The torso is on a stake near the tomb for Pack-Punch. There is a leg inside the red ritual room. There is another leg that is in front of the house with the wind staff. Then there is 1 arm on the fence behind the shed with power. And 1 arm is found right next to Pack-Punch. In order to unlock Pack-Punch, you'll first need to rebuild the tomb. There are 5 pieces to the tomb, and you'll need a shovel to dig most of them up. A shovel can be found in the closet by the front door, against the tree to the right of the blue pumpkin, in the shed with power, or under the carport. The tomb pieces can be found by digging in any of the following locations: to the left of the shed, to the right of the driveway. There are 2 graves next to the front porch, and 2 graves by the blue pumpkin. The last piece is the tomb cover, and that is found in the area behind the shed. Once you have all 5 parts, you can rebuild the tomb at the stone cross. Then interact with the tomb to disturb it and be teleported to the crypt. Then interact with the tomb to start the ritual. All you need to do is collect souls. Collect enough souls and then interact with the tomb again to stop the ritual. Doing so will unlock Pack-Punch. Once you have all parts, you can build the boss in the front yard of the house. You will then need to feed the corruption engine. The amount is different depending on the difficulty level that you choose. Once you feed it enough points, interact again to face the pumpkin. Before you head to the boss fight, you may want to get Perk-a-holic, so here's how to do that. In order to get Perk-a-holic, you'll need to shoot the 16 gnomes around the map. When you get to 10 gnomes, you'll get 2 free perks. The gnomes are located inside the fireplace and spawn, on top of the fridge in the kitchen, in the closet by the front door, on the stone cross by the tomb for Pack-Punch, in the shed above the power switch, at the base of the tree in the area behind the shed with power, on top of the chimney, under the car in the driveway, on the roof of the house with the wind staff, in the bathroom at the back of the house behind the shower curtain, on the shelf in the ritual room, in the toilet in the hallway bathroom, behind the grill, by the car across from the fire staff, on the roof of the house with the ice staff, and above the door of the house with the lightning staff. Shoot all 16 gnomes and you'll be rewarded with Perk-a-holic. You may also want to build the shield, so here's how to do that. In order to build the shield, you'll need to find 3 parts: the eagle, the face piece, and the gas canisters. The eagle is found on the front porch, the face piece is found in the hallway near spawn, and the gas canisters are found on the back porch. Once you have all 3 parts, you can build the shield at the build table in the power room. You can also unlock the Hallow Ray. To do so, pull the 3 switches inside of the haunted house. One is inside the room with the green book. One is inside the secret room with the code. And one is on the second floor in the room behind the paintings. Hitting all 3 switches will open up the closet with the last switch, where you can purchase the Hallow Ray for 5,000 points. There are 2 power-ups that you can shoot as well. There is a double points on the front of the house, and a max ammo in the shed. You can get a free perk from the AFK room, which is next to the shed with power. Jump inside and then shoot the spud picture. You can trick or treat at the houses on the street. Sometimes you'll get some candy, which will give you points, and sometimes it spawns in zombies. Whenever you're ready, interact with the pumpkin to be teleported to the boss fight. For the boss fight, you'll first need to reduce the boss's health by about 1/3. At that point, you'll need to sever the tether from the whispering graves. Just interact with the glowing things on the ground to do so. There are 6 of them that you'll have to remove. During this phase, the boss can't be damaged. Once all tethers are broken, continue the fight and deal another third of the boss's health and damage. The tethers will appear again, and you'll need to repeat the process before finishing the fight. You can also use the blue barrels to deal damage to him. If you chose hard mode, red fog will intermittently spawn in during the fight. You can tell where it will show up because the street lights will turn red a few seconds before the fog appears. If you did cursed mode, the red fog will appear on all the grassy areas. You can buy a random perk from the cauldron by the fountain if you need to. And you could also purchase the Pack-a-Punched Halloween Ray from one of the benches at the fountain. Defeat the boss to escape it in the game. And that's it. I'll be doing more Easter egg guides in the future, so subscribe if you're interested, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.